Team Fortress 2 item reviews. The Brass Beast. These two things go about as well together as the front of my car and that little kid who is crossing the street, but I swear this review is interesting. So, probably one of the most common opinions I've heard is that the Brass Beast is a straight up bad unlock. I see why this would be your first idea, considering the horrid spin-up time and the fact you move like an actual tank while revved, but this really is not as bad as people say it is. First of all, Heavy is already all about positioning. You're supposed to already be in the spot you want to be in when you're attacking when you rev up. Most of the time, if you're caught off guard, you already don't have enough time to rev up, let alone lock your aim onto your target. This has happened to me so many times, and I know from experience that the rev is already too slow for you to be able to pull it out when surprised. Especially when 2 out of 9 times that surprise is a sniper's headshot or a spy's backstab. It's a better idea to pull out your shotgun when you're surprised. Unless you're a sandwich heavy. In that case, you should just start doing the morning mercs taunt and hope to be spared. So, while the rev up time can be annoying, it's not like it gets you in that much trouble when you're surprised. I guarantee the majority of the time, you'll end up with the same result from a surprise attack, whether or not you're running the Brass. And now for the walk speed. You do move horrendously slow while revved with the Brass Beast, but that feels like a given for any of Heavy's miniguns. The only time you can ever really move fast while revving is when you're corner jumping, which the Brass Beast's rev up time does affect, albeit not as much as you'd originally believe. There is a small window of you being landed but not yet firing, but this is offset by the insane damage bonus the Brass Beast gives. I'm serious. This 20% increase in damage is not worth passing up. Even though you don't start firing for a bit, when you do start firing, the extra damage you're doing absolutely makes up for that brief pause. And I know what your little free-to-play mind is thinking. But next day, what about all that focus fire you get during said pause? And not to fear, my mute little friend, for I have just the remedy. The Brass Beast has brought a beautiful stat from Natasha. The 20% damage resistance buff you get while revved below half health. This is more than enough to solve that issue. And when you're uber charged with this thing, you are even more of a tank than stock Heavy already is. Anyone who's anywhere relatively close to you and within your sightline is immediately turned to dust by your bullet beam of doom, despair, and everything unfair. Even peppering someone with this thing is sometimes enough to kill them, especially if they're a frail class like Scout. On top of that, you always win Heavy 1v1, unless they're also running fast, or have a pocket medic, or using the Dalek's bar. And for positioning, pairing this thing with the Gru will help you steal the moon. And for positioning, pairing this thing with the Gru is an amazing mashup, of course, assuming you either have a medic girlfriend by your side or the Dalek's bar, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend as that removes your surprise failsafe, the shotgun, or you can even run both. This makes it even easier to get in position and then go nuts with your bullet bazooka of hate and disdain and riddle all the enemy team with even higher caliber bullets than usual. Of course, all of this is my opinion as someone who likes to play as Heavy and be a tank. If you don't think the Brass Beast is fun and would rather keep using the Tomislav like every Heavy ever, be my guest. Team Fortress 2 is straight up a fun game, and you shouldn't necessarily play what's meta but what you enjoy playing with. If you don't like a weapon, don't use it, unless you want to learn how to be good with it. But if I've changed even one person's view of the Brass Beast with this video, I think it's worth it. See you guys next time. Dale Conager signing off. Nice job, mister.